everybody, my name is Liang. I am going to share a story. It's Jack and a Beanstalk. Jack and a Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack who lived with his poor widowed mother. When their last cow stopped giving milk, Jack's father sent him to town to sell it. On the way to town, Jack met a strange fellow who told him stories of magic beans. Jack hesitated, but finally traded the cow for the beans. Well, when Jack returned home, his mom was furious and threw the beans out of the kitchen window. Jack went to bed at night, sad and hungry. He woke the next morning to find huge beanstalk growing in the garden. The beans really are magic, he cried. He remembered stories of the clouds containing gold and started climbing the stalk to see what he could find. When he got to the top, he saw a huge castle and headed for it. Once inside, he saw a giant man eating dinner at his table. When he was finished, he called his servant to bring him his bag of gold coins. While counting his money, the giant began drowsing and fell asleep. Jack came silently to the table and stole his bag of gold. He struggled down the beanstalk with his money. When he got to the bottom, he called for his mother. Jack's dog was very happy, but after a while, the money began to run out. Once again, Jack decided he would go back up the beanstalk and back to the castle. And once again, he found a giant man eating dinner at his table. When he was finished this time, however, the giant called for his magic hand. Jack was amazed when he saw a hand there, egg of pure gold. While the giant was watching the hand, he again began drowsing and fell asleep. Jack came silently to the table and grabbed the hand. When he returned home, Jack showed his mother how that hand could lay golden eggs. After a while, Jack's curiosity got the better of him, and once again, Jack decided he would go back to the castle. And once again, he found a giant man eating dinner at his table. When he was finished this time, however, the giant called for his magic harp. Jack watched as the harp began to play beautiful music all by itself. The music was so beautiful that before long, the lazy giant was once again fell asleep. Jack came silently to the table, but as soon as Jack picked up the harp, it began playing very loudly in his strange hands, and the giant awoke. 3, 5, 4, fun! Yelled the giant, and he chased after the boy and his harp. Jack raced to the beanstalk and slid down. Luckily, his axe was nearby, and he began chopping down the beanstalk. Finally, the stalk snapped, and the giant fell to earth, never to be seen again. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. Thank you, everybody.